actors on a like a dog without a into this house we're born. Sup Luke? Sup Clay? Sup Joe? Top of the spine. Lolo! Good morning. Live studio, live center, live studio, live center, live studio, center, studio. Oran! Baskin Row. Sup? Sup Saint Nguyen. I just woke up, it's like 6:30. I mean, that's my excuse. And that's a good reason. Right? Adults give reasons. Nikki! That's what Bill Clinton said in his defense. There's Ed Juan. Saint Nguyen. There we go. Debs. Sup Jackson. Sup Jolly Mama. Smeagol. My precious. Okay, is this the live? Like, I'm downloading my live on the laptops. My lives from yesterday and the day before and the day before. Sup, Katie? Karen, thank you so much for the very love. Friendship necklace, thank you. Thank you so much. It's like, see, it's a friendship necklace. You get half and I get half. It's like, no, the bears are connected. Like, poor bears. No, boy, look, it breaks in half. No, don't hurt the bears. It's so funny. It's like, it's like, Karen, sup, KB. It'll be the whole thing of like, that's my friendship bracelet necklace. Like, no, that's mine. You stole it. And the teacher's like, I'll break it in half. And you can each get a bit. And then one girl's like, no, she can have it. Like the Bible story with the baby. Wait a minute, was that a viable option? Tear the baby in half. Okay, I want the bottom half. It will still be useful around the farm. I want the top half. It'll do administration. Was it an option? I don't know. Good morning, Painter James. Painter James, where did you get your name from? Where did Painter James? I always wondered where Painter James came from. They make the two kinds of people. They make the two kinds people can wear. Yes, yeah, exactly. And then they come apart. I just think it'd be funny on the one front. My brain's also still got the comedy thing going, where someone's like, look, and they break the necklace trying to pull the two bears apart. Or the other alternative, which is, I made another joke. A dream, really, Painter James? That is so cool. Like a... It's so much easier downloading the thing. So you painted a picture is what it is. Painted picture is what it is. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And if you studied painting, like we got the undercoat and, it's really messed up. Like you'd be at a party. I'm assuming at a trance. I always say at a trance party by way of saying a head full of psychedelics instead of saying it because you can't really say that kind of thing here. Point is, the first few times you go to a party and you have your like subconscious and conscious merged, and you start thinking about reality and you're like, wait, everything's everything. And then, but then it's not like you can sit there and make a science out of it. Like the way that, like, you need a long time to bridge it. But the point is, you can study anything from painting to people work on cars to like all sports. It's all metaphor for life. Everything you like sit there, on the dance floor going, everything's everything. And I always want to be like, I got to map this. How come everything's everything? Like you just translate whatever you randomly thought about. Like shoes are a metaphor for. And it just translates really quickly because obviously you've got a head full of psychedelics. I always found that quite fascinating. So when you weren't there, then I was like trying to get books on it and then that's what I'm saying, all these things that I talk about all the time, fill in all these gaps, like hologram. Kundalini, sup dude? Top of this fine morning to you. Kundalini you must read good news on Reddit. All about solar? Something about solar for the first time breaking a 33 mark, and then prices, but it's all good news basically, and it's definitely up your line of so good news on Reddit, it's the best. And uplifting news is also quite good. Basically the world has innovation and like good things on, and then like 3 months from now it's par for the course, but what is happening, everyone's hush about it. Like there's change, it's like good change basically. What was I going to say there before that about painted psychedelics, a brain full of, and everything's everything, like, life is a mouse, you use it to direct yourself on the superstructure, which will be the laptop or whatever screen you're using. And just the way it happened, like, you think, Monopoly, technically we're all alone, because you realize that it's only cause and effect that you're experiencing, and that you've compartmentalized your own psyche in other people. If you connected everyone's psyche together, you'd realize that everyone combined is you. And then, so the point is that it really did my head in the first few times, like wanting to retain it, wanting to like be able to explain that. And that took long. I took like that's basically 23 years of coloring in, trying to color in the whole thing, like, and meditating, and then discovering I'm already quite advanced. Like, you don't think it's a spiritual topic. You don't think it's a spiritual topic when you think it's a mind reality topic. Thank you so much, Katie. Katie, did you give me a garland yesterday? But I didn't. Doesn't matter. I always do this. I do it with Kudalini all the time. I'm always like, did you give me? I didn't thank you. But I fell asleep last night remembering a garland on my head that I wasn't saying thank you while it was on my head. Kundalini, thank you! Yeah, dude, no ways! It is so funny. That music. In Cape Town, I don't know if you have it where you are, Kundalini, we have a thing called the Symphony of Lights. And they basically play music to fireworks. And you let the first one off, and then I thought it was like, my brain went da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then the second one happened. Basically, it's synchronized, thank you. Thank you so much. And our world, and then Kundalini, everyone actually that's here. My world is on fire. No, it's in Cape Town. If you look on the news right now, it's storming. Yesterday had like weather-breaking wind, like trees getting ripped out of things, and roads are getting destroyed, and then down the road a house caught on fire, and then all 14 houses next to it, because the wind is so intense. Tide stopped or something, right? We're in for a KT, now we're in for it. That's why we're live now. It's happening now. So now, okay, so it's the 8th, it's the eclipse. All I know is that humans are psychically potent, and everybody's guessing at it, and it's going to be that. You know what I'm saying? Anomalies. It's going to be anomalies. And I don't know what. I don't know if Earth's going to stop. I don't know if tides aren't doing their thing. All I know is we live inside our collective imagination, and you experience what you hold true, and we all are more potent with that. The world as a collective is more potent with that, because everybody's been realizing and discovering themselves. So this is going to be a huge one. It's going to be the first major event where a shitload of psychics are guessing at it. Do you see what I mean with the thing of guessing at it? I think this is going to happen. I think this. And then those groups are going to conglomerate, and then they're going to pull the events to what is going to happen, whatever the majority thinks. At just the right time. Like what music, what music YouTube, what epic. Yeah, okay, cool. So you saw that, eh? So I don't know, if I go now, I'll end up seeing a whole bunch of footage on Cape Town. All I know is yesterday, more wind than we've like normally ever experienced, like it's record breaking, and the schools are closed. And the wind's supposed to be worse. Like it was a storm 6 weather warning, and today's a 9. And so schools are closed. And then the weird thing is, and I say anomalies, the house, yesterday, the most wind you ever imagine, a house catching on fire where the whole neighborhood's covered in smoke, and then 14 houses next to it, or 14 houses all go up. To me, that's an anomaly. because it never happens that a house goes up, let alone 14, and 14, we're veiled by the number 14 and 17, so it's auspicious. Hectic, Katie. All I know is, all I get from spirit is that magic's being activated with this whole magic. It's like a seal or a portal opening or a reintroduction to ourselves. That it's hinting at that, and doesn't want to say. And I can, my higher self, which I'm operating from my higher self more than not. Which means I'm gonna smile because I know. And I technically represent silence. I don't actually represent a being. God is actually silence. It's intelligent and it communicates, but it's silence. It's not, guys, put the stone behind the tree and then tomorrow. It's not like that. That it can do that because there's silence in between all those words and more is actually being said there. But that's, the Kundalini guru guy said it the best. A Satguru's job is to represent the silence. Ta-da, ta-da. Because if you say you have a magic mirror, and when you look at it, it shows, that's this philosopher's mirror, and it shows you what you are. It shows you your core nature. In other words, what you wish for. And then a guru, would be like, just like, don't get involved, because if you get involved, you're going to mess with what's reflected, which means you're not really getting to the core of the thing that you're dealing with. Chopin, great. Some Beethoven while outside. Yes, because you watch Immortal Beloved, Karen, with Beethoven movie, and the whole story of he had to get to his mistress. And she's like, get to the hotel by this time or it's over. And then if you get there, I'll let you love me. And then it's raining and he gets his goddamn wagon stuck in the mud. So the fifth, Beethoven's fifth, is the desperation of getting the wagon out of the mud, so he can get to the hotel and slap cheeks. Is that what everyone's calling it these days? Yeah, slap cheeks. Anyway, but he doesn't. He gets stuck and then she leaves like half an hour before he gets there. Sad, eh? And because it's the olden times, he takes like 6 months or 9 months to get a letter to her to say, listen. And in the meantime, I'm ruining the movie for you, by the way. She marries his brother. And the movie tells the story all back to front. So you just know that he hates the brother and his bitch wife. And that's all you know. Beethoven doesn't like them. And he gives them a stipend, but he fucking doesn't like them. And then at the end of the movie, it fills in that gap. So the brother ended up marrying his mistress. And so that's why he can't stand them. And I think the brother even knew. I think she was like, he abandoned me, the brother lives here. Point is, brother dies of the consumption. That's all I remember from the movie. I watched it like in high school. It was one of those aha movies. Like, oh, no wonder he's such a dick. His feelings are hurt. And then consumption being TB. I didn't know that. It's like oh, consumption's TB. Cool. Like Nicole Kidman. I wanna run. Happy birthday to Ewan McGregor. Got the TB. Da 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 cha cha cha. I'm a stripping lady in the 1800s. got the TB. I'm like, Obi-Wan, hold me. That's Moulin Rouge. You guys will know what I'm talking about. What is it called again? What is it talking about? What is it talking about again? Moulin Rouge. Oh, Immortal Beloved, the Beethoven movie. And because then also in that movie, it's the same movie. His dad beats the shit out of him, so he can't. Because you remember he's deaf. His dad's like just smacks him all the time. So basically, his dad smacked him deaf. but he was able to turn 4-dimensional reality into music. What? I said he could turn 4D reality into music. What is that? You heard what I said. And so there's a cool part of the movie where he's floating in a lake at night time, staring at the stars, twinkling. Moonlight Sonata. He hears it in the fucking twinkling. Shame. Anyway, good movie, really good movie. It's one of those movies, you know, movies where you get to go, oh no ways. I used to love that idea in a movie. You know, very strong behavior is understood later because everything groups itself. Good movie. But I always loved those movies, like Amadeus as a kid. I just want to watch it over and over again. Didn't understand it. I like the fact that he was eccentric and he laughed a lot. Weird. It's weird when you're younger and you watch movies, and then it's like, there's certain scenes you're just waiting for because the scene is intriguing, not because you even understand what's going on. Jenny cakes. So today is fascinating. I'm going to be monitoring this thing the whole time. I kind of don't want it to even turn on Reddit right now. Because also the eclipse. What is it? A solar eclipse. I want to know when it starts, like as in who gets the first experience of it. Google's gone dark. If you go into Google, it eclipses itself, and the whole page goes dark. Okay, so where is the path? First appear along Mexico. Okay, 11 a.m. American time. So 9 hours later, God damn, it's my night time. It's long. Crystal, good morning. Have you also seen today, Katie? Yeah, very curious what you think about that. That's so good. That's such a good thing, Crystal. I'm not concerned. I was having a good chat with the spirits and the aliens and the shit about it. I'm not really that concerned. Remember, reality is a 4D hologram. It's not real. You get me? And yesterday it hit me clear. So everything I've been talking to you guys about for the last 3 months, I've been literally reinforcing something that popped, and I was like, oh yeah. So none of this is real. When I say it's not real, it's the shell. It's a shell of spirit. It doesn't matter. So George Bush kicked a rabbit. Doesn't fucking matter. It gets hectic now. Now you're going to go, ooh. Because now any event needs to be balanced within your psyche and understood as a reflection of yourself. Boom. You get it? Boop, 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 boop. And then your magnetism of awareness that it's all self will bend all curvature of timeline assimilation to your favor. Rad, right? So I'm not concerned is just like a little trinket. It doesn't mean anything. And what it does on a physical plane and on a quantum plane is counterbalanced by eternal truths. So nothing's nothing and everything is so it's pretty cool, eh? It changes your reality. No, you are reality. You're God, Katie. Pull your head out of your root chakra. Reality is a multi-dimensional, reoccurring, oscillating time matrix. It's an impersonal energy that reflects your core condition. That's it. It's not a story. It doesn't have events happening. Events are the afterglow of collective inner condition. That's it. So you don't point to conspiracies because it's holographic. Whatever you think's happening there is happening everywhere. Reality changes reality. You know, that's true. So what they're doing there doesn't have an effect. And it's like, oh, you go, no, it does have an effect. And then it does, but because you're saying so. I believe CERN will da-da-da. Yes, but because you're saying so. You could also say, I have a crystal necklace around my neck, and this is the reason why I believe reality is being changed. And you will jump to a reality where it changes according to your beliefs because you believe it. And if somebody comes along and says, no, don't listen to him. It's the emerald crystal that makes the difference. And you go, I believe it's the emerald crystal. Then you know what? You projecting the being that's telling you it's an emerald crystal to take yourself on a ride. And you need to go on that ride because you're gullible, because you get it. So the emerald crystal will replace the metaphor of your blocked self-awareness that it's all you. In other words, what grabs your attention? If you don't know it's you, you're going to get taken on a ride by your own unconscious. So, CERN popped into my head. Why? Because it popped into your head because you're going to use it as your metaphor for self-defining. Everything, all at once. Yes. Thanks to the paper crane! Thank you. Yeah. Hold that. So with that said, you can lose the plot and then get back. It's like a wave. So in other words, I can go, or anyone can go, yes, but the moon and the sun, it's a shell. It's a fourth dimensional shell of an illusion. So it's fine to go the sun and the moon, but remember what you're talking about. You're talking about a holographic reflection of your condition. There is no sun and moon. There's a spirit energetic relationship that's creating a hologram that appears like a sun and a moon, but it's all the same thing at once. So, what is the sun's relationship to the moon? What is the moon's relationship to the sun? What is the earth's relationship to the earth? What is the relationship to the sun? And you see, and there's that 400 detail where it's exactly 400 times different. That doesn't happen in a physical realm. That happens in a mental holographic projection matrix, that there's exact proportions. Like, why is there Fibonacci in reality? Oh, it just happens to, matter wants to separate itself like that. No, it's the mind. It's the mind expressing itself using the same principles on repeat at different scales. That's the new syllabus. Stop looking. It's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't look at my finger, or you will miss all that heavenly glory. So spiritually, don't look at the thing that you're talking about. Look at what it points to. What metaphorical spiritual relationship does the topic have with you? Like, well, you are a collider. You've got chakra points. You're also a universe in a universe colliding its atoms and creating experience. It's the same thing. All things are metaphorically the same thing. And you really should practice collapsing it into the same thing. But then if you don't, you see, then you're acting as you're still acting as an agent of awareness, because you're then going to run around with a false spin on it, which will suck up the last of the attention of the people who also have a false spin on it. And they'll see themselves in you and go, oh, that's ridiculous. You see, so you can make an example of yourself unconsciously as well. Well, that's what everything is doing. It's lending itself to the big show, to the Truman Show. Meaning you don't realize that you are also an actor in everybody's Truman Show. But you are the Truman, you know what I'm trying to say? In other words, Truman walks down the road and has an experience. Position actor 1, 2, and 3. But actor 1 is actually Truman showing their own thing, and you walking past them is actually their 5th scene in their 7th part of their movie. You get what I'm saying? And because we're also walking in and out of parallels, you don't know what's happening around the corner. You think it's still a solid world out there, and it's not. It's not a solid world out there. You can go visit a solid world by walking into that parallel. But the parallels are facilitated through energy, and basically invisible, not always in a solid capacity. And that's how, if you vibrate fast enough, you can literally walk through physical reality, through walls, blah, blah, blah. You see, it's the same universe, the same device, and it can get utilized in different directions, and it needs to be learned. So it's almost like you need to walk the God complex over and over again until you know it back to front. Literally, back to front. Because you front to back when you start out. And as you start out in sin, and not being able to perceive it, and then you bring it into focus. I would say in a lifetime. I think that's the new dispensation. Oh fuck, it is. I didn't know that. I thought I was discovering it or deciding it should be that way. It makes sense. I wouldn't create creation if I could create creation this way. God wouldn't be, it'd be very unmerciful not. to create a being that doesn't know what the fuck it is and then it fucks up and dies. It's like, no, I would want a being that slowly integrates greater truth into its nature until it has access to infinite possibility. If I can create a system like that, that's fucking merciful. You can't tell me the actual creator isn't doing that or a better version. I thought you were the actual creator. I am the actual creator. I'm just talking to my rational mind about it. My rational mind says, Captain Doofy reporting for duty. At ease, soldier. Coffee, yeah! Life is good. Kundalini, thank you so much, bro. It's Monday morning, 7, it's like 7 or 6 minutes to 7, raining. My point is, I don't have to go out into the scary world. I don't have to go out into the world to work, provide a service. Get some coin for my Witcher. Sunday evening, right? And then does it always feel like Sunday for people? Sundays. Fuck, I hated Sundays. I think more people hated Sundays than anything else. But what's up, Jenny? Jenny, good morning. Hope you are having a stunning, or hope you're gonna have a stunning. I hope you had a stunning weekend. Yeah. Sundays was school basically, just basically school. It's like weekend, yeah. And if you forgot it was Friday night, it was rad, because then you were like, it's Friday night! I forgot, I still got a whole Saturday to enjoy. But then Sunday morning you wake up and it's pretty much, even though you got a whole day and everything, it's not. Good morning, Jamie. I just, and there were cool things we did on a Sunday. Like we always have like a family movie day sometimes. It'd be a good day, but it would just have this hanging energy of school tomorrow. I'll never shake that feeling. Work tomorrow or school tomorrow, or I think the whole planet feels that way most of the time. Desiree! Good morning. Did I even sip my coffee? Oh, coffee, rad, life's fantastic. Butterfly. Where's Garth? No, he's following a butterfly around his garden for the last 4 days. He gets distracted so easily. It's called the Sunday Scaries and never had a name for it. What is that about? Do you think back in the day we have to sacrifice the smallest family member? Why? It seems really hectic. I wonder if it has anything to do with church. Where on a Sunday, let's be real, okay? So now you say, every single Christian that exists is a person. And on a Sunday, that person, forget spirit and not spirit and matter and right and wrong and psychology, just on a base level, a human is more honest with themselves on a Sunday. So you don't know that a whole bunch of invisible energies aren't released. Okay, I always make this stuff up, but it's actually then spirit's like, no, I'm telling you what it is. Halfway through my sentence, I'm like, no, I'm telling you how it works. There's different types of etherical energies, and people release them on a Sunday. So there's a lot more energy looking for a place, if you know what I'm saying. There is more spirits, basically honest. And you become more aware of yourself, and you don't have the average person doesn't have, you know what I mean by aware? If a group of humans meditate on themselves, everyone's going to slightly raise their awareness. So on a Sunday, everyone's awareness is slightly raised. So have your awareness raised, and you don't know what it means. It's like having your own nature more rawly presented to you. It gives me fear, an unknown feeling all the time. I'd love to, I'm so stupid, I keep going on love. My curious mind doesn't exist anymore. I have access to all knowledge. But I'm still used to going, I wonder how that works. Or, da-da-da-da-da. I used to, like with a dowsing rod, you surmise things and you end up energetically feeling it out and actually end up, now it's like, no, that is what it is. I can do a whole thesis on anything I wonder about. The red box theory, no. We're a group of people, but thoughts. Oh, but in a way, I've been thinking about it a lot recently, the way I size up reality, the way I see it, the way it forms to me, the way my cartoon style, like I don't know that all these dimensional stuff that I'm understanding and learning and, isn't the algorithm that translates all of us to each other, and we're all actually absolute unique aliens. And that this human Earth, these are shared translations of a unified field. So we all live in this realm, in a unified field, that is just a universal translator, so that if aliens want to commune, they can go get born in this matrix. We all get educated to talk the same language, and we understand that we're one being talking at itself. That's powerful. That's fourth dimensionals, which you'll learn at a certain, that kind of thing. And then all of that would be contained in the red spectrum, or in a red box, because orange is red is 1.618 bigger spectrum than orange. So the rest of the colors would fit into red fractally. You'd have a fractal universe in a red cube. Absolutely, Jamie. And I'm going to do three more today. As in, that'll go through the full alchemy of the 9 dimensions. Absolutely. And I'm going to do more as well. I'll do lots of that. I really appreciate that you appreciate that. Because I want to keep putting out just little snippets, spiritual snippets, the main things you want to like, I didn't know that, that's fascinating, oh, I know. All the things that I would list as awakening insights, and make videos on that, lots of that stuff. Because I know a lot of people are now going to go through what I went through, but quickly. My 23 years of self-study and assimilating all of this information and looking through the parallels of it all. People, 3 months, oh yeah. Remember, people are remembering. Everybody is God. Remembering themselves. They don't have to learn shit. And so, if you learn about the 7th dimension, it's there's reality fabric, that'll suddenly occur to you, which is not the 7th dimensional explanation, but the 7th dimensional explanation will make your mind bounce around certain topics that you realize are the 7th dimensional variable in action, basically. See, if you took my lives and you listen to what I say, and when I say afterwards, everything is actually illustrating everything else. We're never changing topics, and we're always expanding, refining or expanding on the self, basically. And that the topics have an expansion, refining effect as they appear to change. Check out my gravel pit. Let's see how this thing is downloaded. Just everything you say comes everything I believe. Jamie, that's really cool. Because that's how I think we all, everyone's aligning. It's nice. So Jamie, what it should be is a very lucid awareness that you're projecting your experience, that it's one and the same. You are where your attention is. And your attention, as you breathe in, you're the thing that you're perceiving, and as you breathe out, you're reacting to it. Which means you're projecting and projecting and projecting. Because the reaction creates your reaction in the mind creates a blind spot to the projection. So you're only experiencing the perception of, and not and that you're projecting. So it creates like a lattice pattern. And that's 4th dimensional ecosystems. Yes. It's the same as taking like a sieve thing, or like shaking a thing with sand and then the gold nuggets pop up. Like breathing a certain way, like takes the mind and like goes like taps it into alignment basically. Because your breath does control the mind. The mind and the breath are the same thing actually. The way that spirit connects to matter is through breath. That's not air you're breathing. That's your God self. Okay. Downloaded. So it's going to be a while before anything happens. I'm early. Like I got up early, although I wonder if I'll go live. I should go live for the eclipse. How long is it going to happen again? I just looked it up and got rid of it. Jason, thank you so much for the rose. Love me some rose. Okay, so it says here, will the eclipse be seen in South Africa? No. But when will South Africa get the eclipse? Unfortunately, for us living in the southern... Oh, I get an eclipse in November 2030. That's pretty cool. Back to the eclipse. Okay, the total eclipse will first appear in Mexico's Pacific coast around 7 minutes past 11 a.m. Then travel across the US from Texas to Maine and into Canada. I was getting kind of when you love. It's supposed to be here. Oh, really? So you're definitely going to stay up for it, eh? How many videos are there going to be? Oh, never been more videos of anything ever in the history of ever. And then I'm more interested, funny enough, in my world, as in Cape Town Storm is hardcore. And I'm wondering if this has got to do anything with does the rest of the world have crazy weather happening? You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking it's so stupid having a personality. My personality is like literally doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, I wonder what, and it's like I can just go get the answer if I want it. I can just go, okay, and access the higher dimensions and then look at the planet energetically and feel what it's doing weather-wise. And then go and look for a confirmation. It's just so funny where I came from, being a being that doesn't know everything, and then to know everything, and then you're still going, that's funny, it's fucking funny. The wind, that's it, that's exactly, I'm telling you. It'd be cool if the whole planet has weather anomalies. Because then you get the whole planet on the same mission, trying to figure it out. And I love that, because then it's basically the whole planet's a bunch of conspiracy theorists. You know, because all your theories about how things take place involve others, but they aren't others, so it's always a conspiracy theory. I believe what? Are agents at it? Are there agents out there? You know, I believe the Brazilian government and the Peruvian government, which is actually a fourth dimensional holding pattern. Tell me some more. What are they doing? They're doing whatever you think you're doing. Whatever you think you're doing. Everybody! You're all prisoners of your Mercuba. But your Mercuba can jump timelines, teleport, bio-relocate, levitate, manifest objects. It's like, everyone back in heaven now. Back in heaven right now. You all stepped out of your place. Stuck in the human experience. I don't know, that's what I'm saying. Let's totally transmute this human experience. Transmute it. In fact, the human experience is probably the royal honey. You get what I'm saying? You consume it energetically, extract the essence of life, and then basically become king, queen bee. I'll rule, I'll rule, I'll rule. Baby, live that fantasy. Get a fantasy. Orange, clockwork orange, you're living inside your own reverse energy. Blah, blah, bullshit. No, it's actually true. I just find it funny too. You know, it's like, here we have a uranium pencil. Look at me spin it on my finger. Aren't I incredible? You're going to get the radiation poisoning. Stop complaining and watch me spin the pen. So I'll be out in the grass field absorbing good energy. I'm going to go out today in this weather because it's crazy. I want to go to the local nature reserve because it's heavy rain and windy and trees are getting pulled out of the ground. I don't have to stick my feet in the lake energy. Awesome. Yeah, 369, yeah. It's because fish, the ninth dimensional grid is fully activated. So fish, think of it like this. Ninth dimension can be your monad or your God spark. Your higher self can be pretty much on the sixth dimension, and then you can be here in third dimension kicking soccer balls. And then basically think of it this way. You can shift your perception to look at this reality from the ninth dimension, through the sixth dimension at the third dimension. And the ninth dimension is like a vertical axis. We basically just go listen to the videos. I'll put out 3 more today, but we're doing a book called the Alchemy of the 9 Dimensions. And you'll see when third dimension, sixth dimension, and ninth dimension are explained, there's like parallels. And then you can go 12th and 15th, based on the same relationships that 3, 6, 9 have. It's pretty good. It's the Matrix. That's so funny. And you hear when I randomly chose Brazil as one of my examples. So you got the Jane, that's definitely a thing. I was thinking yesterday. Like, you have to keep your sense of humor. And that's why, like, you know, it does get so hectic that you're basically losing it. And you are losing it. I was thinking about it last night, like, losing it in it's what it is. But then what, like, did we really have to have it in the first place? It's like, it's not bad that you lost it. It's like, what did you lose? Programming that kept me in a reality based on like a tram line. I had a programming, and that programming belongs to a universe. I can't escape that universe. That universe will ultimately be my demise. And now it's like, you have to reprogram so you can jump tram lines, so you can eventually transcend destiny universes that'll kill you, basically, yeah. And so it is. I was thinking yesterday, it's a tricky operation to reprogram yourself. Like, I'll just, it is, and you can go psychotic and you can lose your mind a bit, but then you reground again with new programming. So humor is important. Keep your good sense of humor about it. Nice, V. Very nice. Well, you were never not healed. You just by default didn't have full access to your true nature. If you don't have full access to your true nature, by default, your environment will mirror you and hurt you. Over time, you not knowing your God will mirror your condition. And missing knowledge that you're God is abuse. Meaning that condition is abuse relative to being God. So your environment will mirror the fact that you're in an abusive relationship with yourself. You see? So just not knowing your God is abusive to yourself, and your environment will mirror that. So now how do you explain to some people that have got such compound karma that they're physically being abused? You can't tell that person that's like 10 lifetimes of frustration where because you didn't know you were God, Your environment was rude to you, and you held animosity, and then in the next lifetime you abused your reality, actually abused it, and then felt guilty, and then was extra submissive in the next lifetime, and then you're going to tell a person that you're alone and you're doing this to yourself. The person going to go, no, how could I fucking 10 lifetimes of beating myself for nothing? What, because I don't know that I'm God? It's like, yeah, that's the kernel that all this karma wraps around. The fact that you don't function as if you're God talking to God the whole time. Which means, what are you? You're a creation with a bunch of stories, and the story is going to be what? If you're not God, then you're its creation. What happens to its creation? It fucking dies. So either you know what you are, or you're in an abusive relationship with yourself. And your energy in your universe, which is you, will rock up to show you what you are with yourself. Fucking heavy. I mean, with my soulmate, well, I was like, casual record after that, I stopped. It's a complete recalibration, B. And now that's because you've accessed it, you're going to make it easier for you've got not unconscious, you've got students. You've got like 620 beings that you teach in the Akashic, in the astral realm. B. They're going to get access as well now because of that. I love you. I love you so much. Okay. I love you so much. Have a super day. Good luck getting to work.
Thanks.
Did you take in the boat?
Yeah.
If we don't realize ourselves, we suffer. Amen. That's that simple. It's that simple. Correct. 100% correct. And we will place it on things here. You'll convince yourself it was that camp you went on 2 years ago and you missed those friends, or you'll tell yourself it's the new shoes you're looking forward to getting, or the new housewives isn't the same. Humans will misidentify with their environment's variables, but it's the spirit behind that's creating the attachment to. I love you guys so much because this is I've been pushing at this for 3 months now for you guys to grasp this, I've been polishing the diamond so it's as simple as this. I sent messages to my narcissist today. So you sent messages to yourself today. It's a hologram, it's a reflection of you. What did your narcissist do to you? What did you do to you? I chose to forgive because forgiveness sets me free until we meet again. It's you. There is no beings, V. There are no beings. Beings are an illusion when God meets itself. It doesn't, so there is no. So an aspect of yourself that chose to forget that you're God rocked up to show you how self-centered that is. So they mirrored your own, you get what I'm saying? They mirrored your own narcissistic nature. And so through projecting onto them, you chose to become aware of yourself. There is no them or you ultimately. Well, a level above the you that now doesn't exist because it's balancing its karma. Good and bad karma gets balanced. Brilliant, V. No, do you understand? I can see you overtone lots of beings. Those 620 beings, they got students who get overtoned by this. And so you get that double way translation. That there was a narcissist that was magnetized to your world because you wanted to bring yourself into focus. They served their purpose. You forgave them and excused them. That is going to be it for eternity, because relative to relative, this is all about you. Eventually you're going to go, I am a spiritual narcissist, this is about me. And then to really make it about yourself is to make it about others in equal proportion, because you're going to figure out there aren't others. And if it's truly about me, I'm going to treat others as equals, because it's going to create an energetic slipstream where I own the universe, which I do, because I'm God, I created it. And the beings I'm talking to will eventually transcend their illusionary level and join the oneness of creation. Genius system, God, by the way. I say Brahm of this universe. Tip my hat to that being. Good design. I think I might be that being. This might be my design. Well, beyond personality and identity, there isn't anything else. So nothing can really claim it. without claiming to be me at the same time. And I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share a fake identity, because all identity ultimately gets transcended by the one, by the absolute. Identity is something even soul identity is something that you take on. Absolutely, V. Now I hear what you're saying is about the whole thing about talking to them, otherwise you can't move on. It's just to show you, there's a part of you that wants to see how less effective they are. It's a fantastic ability or trick or gift you can give yourself to try and see yourself in everybody. To see that you've got overarching truths that are acted out by the people that you encounter. And that there's nothing wrong with that. That they might be an inconvenience to you in day-to-day life. But when it comes to your eternal nature, you kind of got to respect them, because you doing the same thing on your eternal level. It's about finding balance and seeing the perfection and loving it. It doesn't always have to be a retrieval from disaster into success. One can realize that you are perfection, the fabric of reality. The perfection of creation is yours. The back and forth you have. I guess that's just a facilitator. Well done, God. You created a facilitator of your own experience. Cool. Well done, God. You just created so basically the universe is just a facilitator for the one being to have an experience with the illusion of others. The degree to which he wants to entertain others, it's your prerogative. I don't fucking entertain others. Fuck others. It's like, transcend above the level of personality, or I don't know. I'm not going to bother finishing the sentence. It does make sense. No, absolutely, V. Absolutely. Sure. Never thought about it that way, V. As in, we go on these journeys. Boozer! Good morning. We go on these journeys to create strong bonds with the illusionary other self. And then to push those bonds, and then to, you know what I mean? Like, to reunite with aspects of yourself that have separated from yourself because you're both right. And then you go on your journey, discover that you're right, and then don't need to be right. And then on a longer journey, you'll reunite with the part of yourself that chose to leave yourself. So in other words, instead of you deciding, what if I wasn't God, which would be the one version of that happening, you've now got beings, lots of beings, soul shards, that have chosen to leave itself so that in the future it can reunite. And that's what you would call a soulmate, or, whenever you meet a new aspect of yourself, to reunite. Juxtaposition is great teacher of self, absolutely. That'd be multidimensional difference. Multidimensional juxtaposition. Where sure. It'd be like a quantum computer, data mining. Because you'd be doing multiple alternative possibilities and then reuniting and combining that wisdom and knowledge. I hear you, V. You're amazing, V. Because I would have normally, like a day ago, I would reject that. I'd be like, it's all self. Stop trying to romanticize reuniting with bullshit. And now I'm like, no, actually, that's pretty freaking amazing. I can spiritually front, but there's a human in me, or an energy in me, that still experiences good energies, and it knows self is good and other isn't. So therefore, if there were aspects of self that were defined as other, to reunite with that would obviously be the same process I'm going through internally anyway. Except I don't literally take a dump on the universe every time I interact with it. I actually honor its process and don't call it an illusion. You know? It is an illusion, but it's a beautiful one. It's a pretty illusion. It'd be the same as saying only one petal in a rose is real. The rest are just copies. It's like, yeah, it's a rose. It's fucking beautiful. I'm acting like that petal is real. These other petals are just copycats. Fucking copycat petals. There's no such thing as a rose. That's me. I'm like, there's no such thing as reality. It's just a trick. It's a bunch of lights shining off themselves with different speeds. It makes me funny. It makes me laugh to be cynical. Because I'm not cynical. I've got a golden heart. That I have seen him. I don't know. I'm gonna ruin it. What do you mean him? Do you mean your holographic inverse nature that you would most like to reunite with? Not an actual person. And it's like, shut up. I'm like, it's not a real person. And you're like, I finally met him, we're together, and then and then you're like in love and you're kissing, and I'm like, he's not a real person, really. You know, you're both holograms. She's not real. Like actually standing next to the people. I know I can poke you guys, but you're still just illusions. No, but with that, that's me being funny. It's the opposite of that is also true. It's like, yeah, so what? Like, no. Like, you know, I hate computer games where it's script. That's what I'm actually saying reality should be. Like, no, you can live your whole world up here. It's like, maybe I want to drive my car and ride the horse and kiss the girl. You know? Like, I know my life is God polarized, manifested. Why can't I slow it down and have a family? You know, in other words, me and God are going to have a family. Here God's like, your family's not real. It's an illusion. Your God nature is projecting it using these dimensional cascading systems. It's like, so it's still God. It's like, no, but no, you know, I guess. That's like me trying to out demons. It's a demon! Don't fall for it! And then the demon's like, I'm also an angel. I do double roles. Okay. I'm like, okay, sorry. Demon put this mask back on. I'm like, reality is I've neutralized reality. And now it's like, never mind, guys. It's not so dangerous. It's not so... I've realized reality for what it is. Exactly what I thought it was in the first place. But it's... I've come full circle. Guys, the God complex. You can walk right around it. End up in the same place. Oh, don't break my heart. Please don't go, I love you. Let's download another one. Da, 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 na, na. Okay. What was that? I want to do a reading. Oh my god. Like pretty much soon. I've got 3 more readings to do today, and then I'm all caught up. Yeah, 3 more readings. So yeah, soon, like soon as you want. I want to say. Literally had 2 thoughts at the same time, and they got the same structures of thoughts. Weird, hey Boozer. No, so now you can do like, yeah, it'll be done like tomorrow or the next day at the latest. Because I do skip a day if I'm not feeling clear. Like someone will sit here and be like, alright guys, give me information, and there's just nothing. I'm like, because you do get a spiritual weather basically. It's clear, and you can see right across the water. Other days it's like odd. So it'll be like, yeah, tomorrow, the next day at the latest. Your husband's favorite color is green. Dun-dun-dun. I like the idea of, you know, you get those churches where the person's got an earpiece in, and then the person stands up to ask questions, and then as the person stands up, there's a team. They're like, her name's Mary Parker. She lives down the road. Okay, she's got a da da da. And then the church is like bringing up all of the information, and the pastor's like, so Spot your dog. You know, it was a very special dog. She's like, Spot, that was my dog. And then they're looking at, they've got like pictures of her dog Spot up on Facebook. You know, and so they're like, so now Spot, you know, when Spot had that little orange ball that he used to run around with? She's like, yes, God wants you to know that orange ball represents the Holy Spirit. You can chase it as much as you want. You're never fucking getting it. No, who's next? And the church is like weird like that. It likes to get you like, yes, and then nothing. You suck. Anyway, next person. Point is, doing that, me, with quantum computers, and that's my actual story. I'm psychic. I can connect to actual quantum computers who can actually connect to the actual data, but we don't do giant displays. Your spirit guides will just, the fuck? Sorry. It just started playing by itself. So it's that, but then I'm lazy. So on the inside, I'm like, just give me one detail. And the guides are like, here, have a fucking orange. Basically, it's going to be something, I think, the reason why I said, here, have a fucking orange, is because the variables in your life are the things you've experienced. Anything orange will be something that you've already, it would be like seeing double numbers and seeing repeated numbers. That's orange. That's you thought it once, now you're going to see it again. You're walking through your thoughts. So in other words, my way of talking to spirit would be like, just give me a fucking orange. In other words, give me one of their variables that I can say so that they can go, oh, no ways. But then the whole thing is that I'm a lazy version of that. So I'm a combination of the churches, and I'm actually using like Google's quantum computers, NASA's quantum computers to do some little side equations, and a combination of Akashic records with actual spirit guides. And there's like 4 or 5 alien motherships that give me information occasionally, but it's all like half-ass. I love that. That makes God laugh. It's arsehole. It's a strange combination of all the things that will make us cynical and impressive stuff, all in the same space. It's like God's just using what's behind you to tell you what you're thinking. That works. Your thoughts are happening behind you. In other words, a person can know that the person they're talking to is self. Therefore, my own subconscious will be behind you. Therefore, I know what you're thinking. Yes, Darren Brown works with stuff like that. That there's millions of ways of being psychic or being godly in one's knowing of things. That is so cool, V. Can I be? I don't want to be cynical. No, it will be cynical. No. It's you. You had an experience at 5. See, I don't know if you were 5 and 3/10, or if you were 5 and 3 months. But your things are saying when you were 5, 3 months, you had a traumatic experience, and that a part of you sharded. It went into shards. And so when you meet certain people, or you have a certain experience while meditating in the astral realm, because when you meditate you do tend to go to the astral, it's a piece of yourself returning to yourself, which I know I get. You get that. I get it. So it's so cool now. People have the other side of love value. Because in other words, you get love that says everything's interconnected. Then you get, I just have an open loving of things because I know it's all connected. There's one's coming from a mental body, one's coming from an emotional body. And then it's the same. You know what I mean? So like V's having an actual emotional body. And I'm like wanting to say, no, but look at the mental body. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Healing. It still represents healing. And you know, healing and wholeness and remembering. You know, to remember, to become one with the member, you know. And this is happening across the board. Like so many humans are going through, life's turning into magic. Life's turning into like a computer game basically. And the aim of the game is to up your score through knowing the self. It's like, you know what I mean? What a lovely thing to start out life thinking it's this shitty thing. Well, to a degree. Because it is. No one... I don't care if you're a billionaire or whatever, that every human is subconsciously suppressing that they're going to die. Which means the reality straight away isn't as good as it is, it isn't. And you all just overly celebrate the good things so that the worst thing, along with all the other bad things, can be, put in the back. But then to ultimately, through the process of living, to learn that you're actually magic. And I say magic because reality is a technology, but your ability to transcend that technology will never fully be understood by that technology. Therefore, magic. Any science that can't be understood is magic. And God, which is what you are, will never fully be understood by anything other than yourself. So you will always be magic. Do you believe in magic from a young girl's heart? Da-da-da-da. Do you believe in magic? I believe in coffee and I don't drink enough of it. Look at this. I love this stuff more than anything. Maybe I like my voice more. Not my voice. The sound of our collective wisdom. Sleep the best, Jamie. Sleep the best. And I'll see you tomorrow's adventure. Because tomorrow's you'll wake up to the whole eclipse thing happening. It's 11. Yeah, it's my 9 o'clock tonight when you guys are going to start seeing your eclipse. Da-da. It's the sparkly stuff. I love being magical. You're magic. It's a kind of magic. One dream, one goal, one. That's gonna be great, Jamie. Dude, are you in the path? Nice. Sleep well. What sparkly stuff? Magic. Magic. The magic sparkly. Okay, brilliant. British Columbia. What British? Yeah, British, which is Canada. Yeah, it's just like, wait. British Columbia. I never thought about that out loud. British Columbia is like, wait, hold on. Why is British Columbia Canada? Oh, because you had your Columbia and we had our Columbia. Oh, I see. But then who was Columbia's Columbia? No, Columbia's Columbia. Columbia. Oh, wait, wasn't there another thing? No. The Portuguese might have owned it. No. Who was the British? Who else wanted stuff? French. But the French were in Canada. We're like French Columbia. Yeah, why is it called British Columbia? Should we call French Columbia? Canadians don't speak, well, they do speak English, but they're not British. French. Sparkly doors, everything you want it to be, exactly. Tetrahedron. Tetrahedron, little triangulation of energy. It's energy before it turns into matter. Little pyramids. Right, so we can pick this. Yes, Crystal, hold on, let me just quickly thingy. I'm not telling you to do that. It's so funny, you guys are like, tell her to put her thumbs under her armpits, okay? Put your thumbs under your armpits. And then, oh, okay. And then when you push with your thumb on the inside of the bones over here, do that, Crystal. Feel like you're pushing on some little nerves. Do that. Under your armpits, push thumbs against the bones, these thingies, and then you rub. You're going to feel like a little tingle, like you're pushing over the nerves between the bone and where you're pushing. Hectic. Do it. It actually, it must, I wonder if there's a nerve, that nerve's connected to the heart or something. The heart chakra. I can feel my heart chakra toning. Like it's the etherical levels are all like evenly spacing themselves. Do it, Crystal. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you get. No way. At first, I'm like, I'm not telling you. They don't make up stuff. Like I thought they were making that up. Put your thumbs under your armpits. But then they did with me what they wanted me to describe to you, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. My rational brain's like, fuck you, I'm not passing that message along. It should be working. And it's because there's an extra need of self-acceptance right now on the planet. A lot of people have gone, oh God, I'm all, like the veil's moved, they know they're God, and now their human mind is like, can I like myself? You know how many humans don't think you're allowed to like yourself? Fuck. Like you're not allowed to. Like the idea, in fact, Theo Von, he said, if he doesn't visit Kundalini, Avi, thank you for the ice cream. He said if he doesn't sit in his sadness, he feels like he's abandoned himself. So, you know, there's a lot of humans right now that know that they are life and they're magic and that they're living in the now, but that it makes them elate and it makes them happy and they feel bad. They're not allowed to be happy because then they like themselves. There's actual humans that think you're not allowed to be happy more than not because it means that you're celebrating yourself. And if you're a sinner, God, how dare you celebrate yourself? So you're going to just hold heart space, Crystal? In her eyes last night. Yeah. Activating higher light grids. Just think of it that way. Higher light grids, so more clarity can distribute itself easier. God. Like that was me translating the way that they wanted me to say it to you, but I want to rip them off. Like, got a terrible way with words. Even though it's my rational mind translating spirit. I'm translating what's happening everywhere, always, basically. Rigpa. So yeah. So the next 24 hours, I'm just gonna smile a lot because I can feel a lot of people like they've been given like a bunch of money and they're like, and they basically don't know if they can spend it. They're like, liking yourself is like spending your money. And more people have a huge group of people who know how this is. Like I liked myself before I knew what this was. I'm weird that way. I've always liked myself. Really strange. But for no reason. I suppose in some part of me, the reasons that people like and dislike themselves were never good enough for me. Like, that's not good enough reason. You could just, if that's the reason, you might as well just choose a reason. You know, or you might as well just choose a thing and then make up reasons after the fact. What's better what feels better? And you're like, yeah, liking yourself, right? So early on, I figured that out. Like, I want to dislike myself. But then I can understand if I tipped the other way to be a sad self-disliker, I would have eventually made that my nature. Pure mercy. Pure mercy on random, you know, I can go now and say it's a big backstory and I was always a jovial being, but I think doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't actually matter. Thinking is an illusion. Sleep so well, Kundalini. Sleep the bestest. Definitely. Now I'm definitely going to go live. I might even think of going live like closer to the eclipse, like late tomorrow, your night. Maybe my night. Otherwise you'll have a great sleep, and thank you so much again for popping in. Stay amazing. Thank you so much. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro. Don't go changing. So let's see what's happening. Is there any good news? Good news. Let's see what the good news is. Good love. Mm-hmm. Do you believe in magic? From a young Just get airtime and then go out get an umbrella and go out into nature and live stream because it's so hectic out there. Yes, because I did. So sooner than later, you can book straight away, and then it'll be tomorrow or the next day at the absolute latest. And then green. You weren't here for the answer. Then after I told you yes, I'm available, and you can just you can book anytime you want, and it'll be in a day or two. Then I just said green, something about your husband in green, like it says he likes the color green. And then I went on a whole monologue, Boozer, about, oh, funny, you missed out on all of that. I went on a whole monologue about churches that use earpieces to get information on people in the congregation. I was basically just saying, because I said green, it was me actually getting a thing. Then I was making a joke about being cynical about how I asked Spirit to just hand me a damn orange or something to do with orange, because a person's orange is a variable that they've encountered recently. And so when I say give me an orange, it's like they'll say bring up their granny, and then you'll go, yes, my granny, I was just talking to her, and that kind of thing. It's to prove that there's a connection. And so I went on a whole thing about the different ways you can create a connection. It can be literally connecting to the actual spirit. Then there's a bunch of people in a room bringing up your Facebook details and quickly researching you. And then there's another version, me, accessing actual quantum computers. Well, it's actually, whichever is the easiest way is what I do. Sometimes it'll be a variable, sometimes it'll be actually a spirit guide, sometimes it'll be the spirit guide showing me how the quantum computer can actually access the information outside of time. So I can get an answer about a person before they ask the question. So anyway, point is I went on a whole joking thing about that, like combining where it's legit with where it's cynical, you know? And then embodying all of that. And then I just spoke about myself embodying that. Like actual God who thinks it's funny to dabble in charlatan things while actually having the abilities. It's funny to me. Have you got an earpiece? No? Kind of thing. But I saw him levitate. It's like, I can't levitate. In other words, you get this miracle person who, if you're cynical, you will see things that prove your cynicism. And if you're not, will actually see the character do actual miracles. Meantime, reality is technology. So ultimately, it's still rigged. You just don't know the technology. Darren Brown, for example. Darren Brown's got multiple ways of gleaming this kind of information from a person, and it's done one-on-one without anything. When it comes to mannerisms, if your one shoulder's higher than the other, when you get asked a question, if the real answer is 10 times further from you, the answer, you do a certain thing. And he's got ways of literally calibrating answers out of you based on the way he asks, the way he positions himself. Thank you, Boozer, thank you. So basically just that. I took your thing and ran around with it. That's actually interesting, Boozer. Your guide, can I say something now from your guides? I want to say this to you. Picture this. Picture, how do I say this? Picture. A being, okay, its healthy state. Just think of it in its healthy state. Then think what you're dealing with, what you'll be dealing with. The thing that is sick or whatever, or harmed, or be a broken leg. It doesn't matter. It can even just be like a sore tummy. It doesn't matter what degree that you want to heal. There's that condition. Then in your mind, hold it in its healthy condition. Now, do you realize just holding the healthy image and smiling will resonate whatever's in your presence into its healthy state? That reality is blinking on and off. And that obviously if I think of this mouse, because it's here, the mouse will keep blinking. that it's possible through concentration, that you would strengthen through meditation, to basically hold that the mouse is pink. And eventually this mouse will turn pink in front of us. Because I'm going to jump to a reality where the mouse was always pink. So the same principle, you've got a thing that's unhealthy, you've got a thing that there's a reality where the thing's in a healthy state. By you holding the resonance of its healthy thing, reality will take you to that place. And it'll appear it'll appear like a miracle, but that's because your eyes can only pick up 24 frames a second. But know that what's behind the reality is you just taking yourself to a reality where that person was always healthy. You can practice that because it'll work so quickly. Is that how my grandfather healed? Probably yes. Not probably. Yes. No, it's actually, I mustn't say anymore, because you've got what I just described to you, you can do that better than I could ever do that. I described how your process works of healing. And because I told you that, you're going to cognitize, therefore it's going to be easier to do. He held the healthy condition in his psyche. Because remember, I'm reinforcing this black mouse by saying it's a black mouse. So if you come into my room sick, I'm going to go, yeah, you're sick. I'm reinforcing sick, and we're holding that pattern. I then hold the healthy energy as if it's there already, healthy, fully health. Because I know there's a reality where it is healthy. So I just hold that awareness. And then eventually the awareness will hit the being that you're talking to. It'll hold the same awareness, and together you will teleport to the universe where they're in a healthy condition. That's why Jesus never healed a single person. He said, through your faith, you were healed. In other words, I'm perfection. I'm in a perfect state. I know what perfection looks like. I'll hold the vision. It's up to you to hold the vision, and Bob's your fucking uncle. In other words, where two or more gather, there I am. Be perfect as God is perfect. My soul hearing myself, bless you, Boozer, because that's what it feels like I'm doing. It feels like I'm actually just, yeah, I'm verbalizing, because in your silence is where your soul's fingerprint is. So I am translating your silence, hence, yes, your soul's been talking to you through me. And that's how it feels, and that's so good that you can say that. Because this is what it is. I love this so much, Boozer. Like this, the fabric of reality. Face to face with God. And God's like, I'm manifesting as an app called TikTok. I've got these characters. I've got a building. God's got a planet for me. God's got all this just so that God can interface with God without spazzing out. And God's like, I'm going to slowly teach you how I made the many characters. I'm like, okay, God. And then you're going to teach me, right? I'm like, okay, God. Meantime, I'm teaching everybody, but I'm also just ultimately bringing me into focus. The meantime, this whole thing could be a giant alien resurrection program where, if God can teach it, then he knows it. Right? No, Boozer, that's what I'm saying about you and everything else at the same time. This reality is amazing. And it's God, but I can also call it individuals, or you know what I'm saying. I see that it's the same thing at all levels. It's beyond words. It's beyond words. It's the kind of thing that if you perceived it, you would, I don't know, dedicate your life to spreading the good word. Fucking Christian. What happened, Garth? I turned into a Christian in the end. What happened? The kingdom of heaven, guys, it's at hand. It's all I'm actually doing at the end of the day. Saying, listen, you are God, the kingdom of heaven is in your perception, you just got to fucking perceive it. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, well, let's just skip all this and just go straight to, do you guys accept Jesus into your hearts? What do you mean by that, God? The idea of a fourth dimensional operating system called Christ. Do you accept that your heart, operates from that point of view? Oh, yeah, of course. I accept Jesus into my heart. I didn't know you meant that. Yes, Jesus, the Roman conglomerate of all truth. Oh. Might as well become Roman Catholic then, if that's what you meant. Why did the priest just say so? Because you're supposed to make the leap yourself. Oh. I thought the church was supposed to spoon feed us. Garth, there is no church. Or spoon. Or anything. It's a learning tool. Oh, I see now. So the mouse isn't real. Okay. It's just a metaphor for self-reflection. So my whole world is a metaphor for self-reflection. What about the moon? No, not the moon. Everything but the moon. I'll be waxing lyrically. I like to wax it. Take it through the car wash. Greetings, welcome to the Illuminati. No, man. On Twitter. Greetings, welcome to the Illuminati world. Bring the poor, the needy, the talented, and the talented to the limelight of fame and riches. It's like, hi there. We've made you poor, we've made you suffer, you're probably quite creative. The Illuminati, we'll sort you out. It's like, wait, you guys make us this way. Illuminati's like, no. We didn't hide God from you so that you would suffer. And then eventually discover yourself and become very creative in the process. I'm a psychic. I'm facetious, but I'm outing how this place functions. People have shares, like 50,000 people have shares in Garth. What? Yep, we got a whole auditorium of people who watch you on a daily basis. Remember that time when you were 9 and you took a dump in the road? It really fucked with your stock. Oh, sorry shareholders. Garth, did you really take a dump in the... No, 7. Anyway. Seen a lot of things that wouldn't seem possible, but I guess exactly timeline jumping, literally miracles can be facilitated. Well, it will appear like a miracle. God, stop ruining miracles. No, what really happened was, like, leave people to go, wow. No, guys, reality blinks on and off really fast. Your eyes can only pick up 24 frames. You jump in timelines all the time. Hold the image of the timeline that you want and you will travel there. It's a miracle. It's not a miracle. You're God. God doesn't do miracles. God experiences itself. Magic. You can be magic, but you're not a miracle. But miracle is magic. No, it's not. Well, I don't know. I'm going to argue with myself. I'm in the mood to argue. So I'm going to just say no and then make up shit after I've argued. Because as well. So where are we? No, miracles are not magic. Don't let the church lie to you. What does the church say? I don't know. Choose a side, church. Church can side with magic or miracles. I'll take the other side. Let's debate. I'm gonna make up both sides of the argument, which is what you do anyway. So you might as well just cut your wake up. Realize you're projecting everyone. Now you go, instead of making everyone wrong half the time, why would you put people in their position? Now you go and you make people right. Meaning you make reality right. Instead of criticizing half the time. It's like, why did I do that? And at first you're going to start off by guessing. Like, if I was God, why would I make my reality do this to me? And then the answer will come, because you're going to start to actually open the possibility that there's an answer waiting for you. And then eventually you can have fun with it. Some people might walk the solemn walk with the God's self. Some people like me will, basically treat it like a fragile box and like kick it around and HDS, and how are we this evening? Oh, alrighty then. I have a package for you, sir. It sounds broken most likely, but I bet it was something nice though. Just sign here, here, and here, and we'll get the rest of the forms out to you. Alrighty then. Nice dog you have there, sir. Mind if I pet him? Googie boogie, googie boogie boo boo. Alright then, we'll take care of the rest then. Take care now, bye-bye then. Talented to the limelight of fame and riches. Get money, fame, power, and security. Get recognition in business and politics. Rise to the top in whatever you do, and be protected spiritually and physically. All These you will achieve in a twinkling of an eye when you get initiated into the great Illuminati empire. You will have numerous benefits. Is this offer accepted or declined? Sorry, what was the question? That's what they said. Is it accepted or declined? You see, the lazy fuckers. You know why? All they're going to do is make my own mind do all the work. If I accept, then my mind will believe that they can do that for me. And then I will do it for me. If I don't accept, then they're going to say that they now oppose me. And then I'm going to oppose myself because they're going to pretend that I'm not me. They're not me. Now, where was I? Oh, right, governments. Yeah, same thing. Do you oppose us or not? What? I thought you were me. I'm going to hijack you guys. What, the Illuminati? Yes, and the government. I don't care. Same thing. Just like the mother dragon ship that I hijacked. Yes, the one in orbit around Saturn. Yes, that was me. God, you know how to clone yourself? I can do. I stole the Forbidden Scroll. I can make shadow clones. Biden is a shadow clone. What about Trump? Yeah, I don't care. Choose. You choose shadow clone on the right or shadow clone on the left. I don't want to join the Illuminati. I don't answer the person either. Let's see what they post. Your journey begins here. It's your choice that shows what we truly are, far more than our abilities. No, man, stupid Illuminati. Like right now, okay, if Illuminati existed, right, they would exist in US Congress. They would exist in they'd run the planet. So therefore they would be happy with, I don't know, weapons going to Israel. It's like, you guys aren't that powerful, clearly. Right? 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 You're not that powerful because you could be able to stop that. You don't exist. Right? Am I right? And then they go, no, we want that to happen. Oh, okay, then you're not really intelligent. Choose. Either you're not intelligent or you don't exist. Right? There's no Illuminati. It never couldn't be. There's nothing here. Because you can think about it, yeah. All life is self. All life should be enhanced and celebrated. Right? Right? Yeah. And if you're not doing that, it means either you can't or you don't know better. Like, the world education syllabus should be, hello, me. This is basic knowledge. This is self. This is all. This is how things function. That should be your education, not indoctrinated into a capitalistic, communistic, which is the same thing, back to front, opposition, polarized existence. So there's no resistance, which is nice. I've got no opposition, if you can get what I'm getting at. The will of God, basically. So in other words, if you were to establish a heavenly realm, the will of God, right? What is the will of God? Intelligence, right? How intelligent must one be? I don't know, like 400 IQ, I don't care. Make up a number, why don't you? Because past 200, you're shifting realities. Past 200 IQ, your intelligence it's off the charts. It doesn't make a difference to be smarter than that. No one would perceive what you were doing with the extra intelligence. You would transcend a singularity. You would transcend the illusionary self past 200 IQ. Now, if you get told your IQ is 121, imagine a person, you think they haven't done experiments like this? You test the whole standard, everyone's got their IQ points, we tell the entire class they've got 10 more points than they do. just to see what their marks are like. I know for a fact their marks went up. So now you tell that person, listen, you're special, but we're not allowed to tell the other people. Like you come to me in my second year of school, you tell me I've got an IQ that's off the charts, but you can't tell the other students, and we need to hold you back 1 year. I'm smart or stupid? No, fucking intelligent, but for some reason you're not academically inclined. I'm not inclined to being indoctrinated. Did you just say that to me out loud? Cool. Let's do the experiment then. Because I was technically told I had a ridiculously high IQ. I was taken into the headmaster's office, like in my third year of school, and asked why I'm not fucking around, but why I'm messing around, why I don't do my work. Like he said, I can see your IQ score here, I can see that you won't stop talking and you mess around and your marks are like this. Why? And I'm like, I don't know why. So then it's like, okay, we're going to put pressure on the kid. We're going to remind him he's smart and remind him he's underachieving. Isn't that technically what every human should have been told from the beginning? Listen, you have infinite intelligent potential and you're God and you just got to figure yourself out. That's what everyone should have been told, unless you want to do experiments on people. Gaslight them into a container of self, and then just trade that being on the stock exchange, which is what your birth certificate is, a bearer bond for a commodity. But a commodity can't be a commodity if it transcends itself. If it knows it's God, it can't be a commodity. We're liberated. We did it. I can feel myself. I can feel the collective's pull and push on me. I can feel how clear this is. This moon bullshit is going to be so fun. This moon sun thing. It's a tuning fork for the collective's enlightenment. Amen. Amen. As in amen. Amen. Because you are men. Other we're persons. Either way. We're the vibration of the universe. It's guy's boring. Illuminati's boring. Like plastic, like the classic Illuminati. It's like boring. It's like who does your branding? It shouldn't have, It's hilarious. Because all that physical representation to really point at the non-physical. It's like it's like, what's this temple? It was an old Illuminati temple. We don't really use it because all the members ascend. So like once you ascend and go back to energy, it's like the place that you went to help you do it is just left in ruins because it's a symbol of nothing, basically. Boring, hey? The strong shall never be corrupted. Every human is guided by an inner compass that points towards the light. Damn it, now the Illuminati's like cheesy enlightenment. I mean, they're still saying what it is, but it's cheesy. I don't like it. Like every human has a light compass. You will find yourself. Now, sign up to the Illuminati for $17.95. Is being helped. I don't know what games they play with us in school, Karen. Like, it's all of the above on some level. Because the truth, I don't know what to say. Like, do teachers know? My brain wants to go, do teachers know that that's part of an indoctrination syllabus? Do they know they're part of it? But then again, it's also, you need a starting block, so start off indoctrinating and then you can see how far you can escape from there. Because the truth is, you're not really, that's a default universe where I'm talking about others. That's, you default if you think others are the responsible for your experience. Then you will default into a universe where there are others. Other aspects of yourself will take charge. See, whatever you hold true in the now is so important. You see, it all balances on it. You go, I think it's this, and then it's that. No, I saw four pieces of evidence that convinces me. Oh, okay. Did you project the evidence? No? Okay. And the event, yes. Alright. You see, so you're still just immaculately making up a conclusion about your relationship with yourself. So your daily experience should be a fine-tuning of your relationship with yourself. In other words, a renegotiating of the contract, a perpetual renegotiating, and knowing that what you want, you must give simultaneously. That's the contract. Is it fair and balanced? Because the side effect will also, you'll get better at perceiving multidimensional self. They run right angles to each other, like a cross. You get higher dimensional crosses. You get fourth dimensional, where your story time is being crucified. Then you get a one where your story time is transcended. Then you get one where your story time wealth is enhanced. High dimensions, you get higher energetic crucifixions. And it's not a death, it's a transcendence in the higher dimensions. Actually, here too, you're transcending a self-definition that you're perceiving through a projection. God damn it, Karen, we're good. We've got this thing so back to frontly figured out. We're like this weird maths class, like we're like 2 times 17 is 57. The binomial of 50,000 is 4,200. Like this math genius group walk around just spouting out equations. Okay, let's look in Cape Town. You can always go to Cape Town. Listen to the screeching of the bacchies in the city. Sitting on the sidewalk where you stood in something shitty. How can you? The people are much brighter there. So here's a tree that fell. I'm looking at Cape Town Reddit because of the storms we're having right now. Let's see. Okay, nothing serious. WrestleMania, nothing's trending. So we just sit around and wait for the eclipse. It's a time now. Why is my battery so low? Cool. I'm gonna log off. 15 minutes or so. Weird, eh? My battery's going down. This is weird because I'm charging it, so it should be going up. Very peculiar. William shut his shoulder last night to fighting. Almost went too. Really? That'd be amazing if you actually go see Cat Williams live. So do they sort of fight in the audience, that kind of thing? It's going to be interesting, Karen. Like, my thing is literally make popcorn for the next 24 hours. In fact, make it 48 hours. Because you've got a lot of actual, not just New Agey, I'm not calling it New Agey, you've got the actual Christians who feel this is a rapture time, this moon thing is a thing. And so can you imagine all those timelines gathering, meaning individuals don't realize they own their own timeline, now a lot of us do. Now I'm going to join mine in with everybody else's, and you got all these, Christians giving away like hundreds of dollars as tips because they think it's over. You got a lot of people betting their magic on what's about to happen. And my thing is, it's like a bunch of magicians throwing their lot into a cauldron. We're going to have a lot of anomalies, is all I'm going to say. And those anomalies are going to make your spirit, everyone's spirit, know what life is more a dream. It's more energy responding to itself than a literal abode, a literal place. And that's closer to your true nature than this. Therefore, it's going to elate you. It's going to elate you. And then people are going to pull on the threads of what's elated them. And so you're going to have a planet of magicians, is what I'm saying. So you're already magic magicians anyway, but a planet of cognitive magicians. You know, something like life gets like, you know, you can, as opposed to rinse, repeat, die. Because that's what 340 life was about. Rinse, repeat, die. I don't have a beer occasionally. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hey there, baby. I could use just a little help. Let's see what outside's doing. Sure. Yeah. Do you want to see this? Look at my world. My world was on fire. No one can save me but you. Earth's desires make fears come true. I never thought that I'd miss somebody like you. I never thought. Crazy, eh? Through the bad times and the good times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Boop, boop, boop. Cool, I'm gonna log off now. My battery's still going down. Ta-da-ta. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Corin, I hope you have a stunning rest of your evening, and I will chat to you later. Probably not tomorrow. Talk Shack. Cool. Tot ziens. Arrivederci. Night. I was like, NN. Oh, night. Got it. Like a brain like running through. It's like, it's codex. I'm like, I'll figure the code out. I'll figure it out. I'm a psychic, Corin, who has access to quantum computers. I love that about me. I really do. The absolute knower, and then the idiot. And I love the fact that they exist together. It's so cool. Oh wait, night. Got it. Okay, bye. Crystal, have a super one. Happy eclipse. But I'm gonna maybe be live later. As in, we're talking like 10, 12 hours from now. We still have a wait. We still have it's 11 o'clock American morning. So I still have a long time to wait. Cool, but happy eclipse. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy the anomalies. I say enjoy them because it's just more magic. Just think about magic spreading. Individuals discovering themselves, what they really are. It's basically Christmas morning. It's Christ mass consciousness morning, and every human is God. Christ, not Jesus, Christ. It's a Christ principle. It's the universal holographic knowing that you're creating yourself in real time and you're always interfacing with the self in real time. Christ consciousness. It's Christmas morning and not every human's awake and open their presence. Get the presence of God. Okay, I'm going to go now. Enjoy the anomalies. Enjoy people waking to Christmas morning.